Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Welcome to another episode of Action Video Game Talk. I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson. Thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're watching or listening to this episode. I have a list of news articles to go through, so let's hop right into it. J-Star Victory Versus Plus will launch in Western regions for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita on June 30th, 2015, Bandai Namco Games America announced. The Spike Chunsoft-developed fighting game features original manga and anime characters for more than 30 different Shonen Jump franchises, including One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, and more. Players can battle with these characters in several game modes, with up to 4 other players online. The J Adventure Story mode lets players battle in a variety of manga and anime worlds to determine who is the strongest character. 2 vs 2 team battle mode allows team combat with a total of 4 players. Western regions will also have access to an exclusive arcade mode that provides one-on-one matches with local multiplayer capability. Now, this bit of news has been out for a little while, so it's part of the batch that's been out. We now have an actual date for the J-Stars Victory Versus Plus. Well, apparently for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and the Vita, at least as far as here in the US Western side. It's going to be June 30th, 2015. And most people know that there has been games like this in the past that have never really came over here to the US, unless of course it was like a hacked ported version, which officially wasn't released. As it says here, this is going to have over more than 30 different Shonen Jump franchises. One Piece, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z. These are the anime manga matchups that we've been wanting here in the US for a long while, but never could get unless you could just port over or get a Japanese version of one of these Shonen Jump or one of these Shonen Jump like all-star games. I'm glad that they're finally bringing this over. I am so happy that they are, because I am like many people who wanted something like this to come over here to the West regions. Now, the several game modes that they have on here, J Adventure Story modes, I guess is going to be, I'm hoping that it's going to be some kind of one-on-one and can be at some points one against, I guess, multiples, because there are probably going to be maybe a few group battles, maybe like 3 against 1, since it says the multiplayer can be up to 4 people, as far as I've read on here, to determine who is the strongest character. Well, to be honest, with all these different, stories, the manga, the anime, a lot of characters are awfully broken, so that it just, it depends on which situation, where, and when the characters come from in their time frame. 2 vs 2 team battle mode. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory right there. And it's going to be having apparently a classic arcade mode, which is a standard one-on-one matches with local multiplayer capability. In an interview with Business Insider, Rock Band 4 project leader Daniel Sussman confirmed that older controllers from past Rock Band and Guitar Hero installments will be supported in the new Rock Band 4. In contrast, Guitar Hero Live, which also releases this year, will not be compatible with previous instruments of either franchise. This makes sense considering Guitar Hero Live features a new 6-button controller, which may make Rock Band 4 the more affordable option when it releases this fall. It remains a mystery whether the Guitar Hero Live controller will be compatible with Rock Band 4, but Sussman told Business Insider that he thinks the possibility exists. Our position is really all about respect for our customers and for the money that they have spent to get into the game space in the first place, he said. They spend a fortune on games, on consoles, on hardware, and we're sensitive to that. We play those games too. So what we have here is them saying that Rock Band 4, which has apparently been announced somehow, some way, is going to be compatible with all of the older instruments from Guitar Heroes and Rock Band games. So I think a lot of people are happy with this news, especially people who don't want to fork out a whole lot of money just to try and get some new instruments or especially new drums, considering how expensive it was to try and get a hold of those. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do release a whole band kit with Rock Band 4. It is possible that they can try that, but I think they're just going to keep this as it is, that you can, if you still have the instruments from the previous Rock Band games, and, the past Guitar Hero guitars. I love this idea. I mean, this is reusing what you may have already bought, and that's what fans are wanting. It is something to note here that it may be a possibility, maybe, that the new Guitar Hero guitar that they're introducing for Guitar Hero Live may work at some point for Rock Band 4. That would be nice, but I don't think it's something that will happen right away, at least be compatible with a Rock Band 4 right away. Knowing them, they could take a while to make it work. In addition to making the instruments for Rock Band 4, video game hardware manufacturer Mad Catz has announced it will be working with Harmonix to help publish the upcoming music rhythm game. Co-publishing the game allows us to work closer than ever with Harmonix, delivering a seamless experience from game through hardware and ensuring that we focus on the needs of the gamer first and foremost, Mad Catz global PR director Alex Vari said in a post in the company's official website. Vari also teased that those eager for an early look at Rock Band 4 should keep a close watch this June. We're excited to be working closely with Harmonix, and I can promise you that as soon as you see the game for yourselves, you will also be excited as we are now. Roll on, E3. Let me see if I got this right. Mad Catz do have a history, although not really good, and a few times bad, as far as making accessories for video games. And I think they did do some for the music games, the Rock Bands and the Guitar Heroes. Well, not only is Mad Catz going to be helping make some of the instruments for Rock Band 4, it is also now helping co-publishing Rock Band 4 as well. Has Mad Catz published and helped video games in the past like this before? Because I can't really think of anything that they might have done. But I do like the statement that the PR director has here. It's like they're ensuring that they focus on the needs of the gamer first and foremost. So with their previous, experiences with making these instruments, they're probably learning how to make them more sturdier, more durable. So if we're lucky, we'll have instruments that can last a little bit longer than some even more cheaper versions. But at the very end here, for people who are wanting to find an early look at Rock Band 4, it seems like they're hinting that there is going to be something at E3 for it. So people might want to keep their eyes and ears, their ears open and their eyes on any footage from E3 in case there is some big announcement. Which, I haven't seen an actual trailer for Rock Band 4, so E3 could be the place that they're going to be dropping something. Because I know we've seen a few bits and pieces for Guitar Hero Live already, so this E3 might be the chance for us to see something for Rock Band 4. Telltale Games has a knack for turning big entertainment properties into great adventure games. Now, the studio announced a partnership with Marvel. The news came from the Telltale Games blog. Announced in San Francisco, we're excited to reveal an all-new partnership with the incredible team at Marvel Entertainment. We'll be teaming up on the development of an upcoming Telltale Games series project set to premiere in 2017. Obviously, details are scarce, but this seems like another big coup for Telltale, which has paralleled its success with The Walking Dead, HBO's Game of Thrones, and a new Minecraft game. Given the popularity of Marvel's movies, this could be the biggest Telltale project ever. To me, I don't quite know how to go on this exactly. I'm kind of glad, but kind of not about this news article. There have been some previous Marvel games that were just awesome and excellent to play, which most people know that have played them. The Marvels vs. Capcom games, they were awesome fighters to play. There's the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. I mean, there was some Spider-Man games that were just great to play, where you actually felt like you were playing as Spider-Man, and a few times Peter Parker. But Telltale Games, they do, from what I remember hearing and seeing a few times, they have a habit of having some really, really buggy games. And they do make some great adventure games out there. The Walking Dead is a great series that they're working on. And people are enjoying the Game of Thrones game that they're making, and they did recently announce that they're going to work on a Minecraft game, which I don't understand how they'll do that unless they do a brand new creative story for Minecraft. To me, I kind of don't like the way that this is happening. I don't want Telltale to produce Marvel games. I mean, like, it's just me. I don't want them to produce Marvel games. You know, just because they said that they're going to produce Marvel games doesn't mean that they're going to fully work on it, which I kind of hope is the case. I mean, I know a few of the Marvel franchises, they could do an adventure type of mode, but not all of them. I don't want to see a full Spider-Man game where it's just, oh, guess what? You get to choose what you're going to say, and then you get to choose what to do among 2 or 3 different options. You get to choose, one of these options listed here on the screen. You don't just actually go in there and do it yourself. You have to choose one of these options down here on the screen. No, that's not how I want to play a Marvel game. That's not how I want to play a Spider-Man game. If I wanted options like that, I would be going to the Walking Dead Telltale game, or I would be playing the Mass Effect game, or I would be going back and playing Knights of the Old Republic. I just don't want this in a Marvel and a Spider-Man game, because mostly the Spider-Man games were the most successful of the separate superhero ones that they made. Well, that does it for this episode of Action Video Game Talk. Once again, thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're watching or listening to this episode. Later on, I will have the separate clips up if you want to check those out. Down below, I will have the link for the Facebook page, along with the actual email address if you want to send any emails there for comments, questions, and I think that's it. So, until next time, bye.